be testing Ships 6 R2. This is beta 8, or at least a preview version of it. Not all the features are currently in, but the new features that are still to be added will not affect performance. So here we have a ship the size of 58 blocks, which is very small. And then we got one right up here, which is roughly 12,000 blocks. Now I'm going to be showing you how to get something this large, something this ridiculous, actually moving in Ship 6. So first off I'm going to show you the speed of this one here. This is the 58 block one. So straight off the bat, you can see it moves quite quickly. I will say now, these are completely default settings. I literally deleted every configuration file and let it be reconstructed. And you can see it moves quite quickly. On the other hand, we have this one. So if I just click it now, you can see the bar right at the top, and we're probably going to crash the server. No, instead the block limit actually stopped the entire thing from being tracked, so it's detecting itself as a structure. So let's sort that out, shall we? So first, let's increase the actual structure size, structure max limit. And there we have it. That should fix the structure limit issue. So now if we move this, it'll probably crash the server. Yep, there we go. I've got a server crash. It's not completely crashed, it looks like, but it didn't like it at all. Yep, not completely crashed. So let's fix that crashing, shall we? So what we've done there is just change the block finder to the latest version, which is Ship 6. By default this isn't enabled simply because of speed reasons. The old Ship 5 version is actually a little bit quicker still, and it's more in line of what people are used to, and therefore it's default. However, if we just try move the ship again, of course we get that bug. Just give me 1 second. So what I've done is just reloaded the server and reloaded my client as well, just to be on the safe side. So now if we move this, there we go, we can see the bar moving up now. And there we have it, it's finally detected all the blocks, and now it's just doing all the checking of requirements, and then it's actually got to move it. So just by eyeballing it, that's 4 minutes of just checking for the blocks, which I'll tell you now isn't very good, even for a ship this size. And it's in the moving process now, so you can see all the blocks being destroyed, and then it'll be replaced in the new positions. And there we have it, it's finally moved. So there's a lot of room for improvement there. So start off, the first thing I'm going to do is actually disable the checking of new blocks for ships. So this will be where it takes the last known structure and just uses that. This means that you won't be able to add new blocks in unless you update your structure. You can update the structure by just shift and clicking on the license sign, which I'll show you how to do on this small ship for time constraints. So the first thing is I'm going to just change that setting so the structure doesn't update every single time I click. So now let's update the structure of this ship. Whilst I haven't actually updated any blocks on it, it still is valid. And there you have it. Now this ship will no longer need the checking of all its blocks anymore. It simply uses the last known structure which just moved. Next thing I'm going to do is attempt to speed up the actual destruction and reconstruction of the blocks. You saw by the entities that they weren't lagging at all like they were when checking for the entire structure, which means we have a little bit of wiggle room there. So currently the movement stack limit is 10. This is the amount of blocks that are destroyed and reconstructed all in a single tick. The reconstruction and the deconstruction are separate, as you saw before. So I'm going to move it up to something like 20. This should, in theory, speed up the time that it takes to move a ship by double. So now let's try it with the two new changes that we made. Straight away we saw with the bar that the detecting of the structure did not occur. And there you have it. Just by eyeballing it, that was about 2 minutes to actually move the entire ship. So let's change that up a little bit more, because as you saw, the entities, if you were looking, were still moving absolutely normally, which means our TPS has not dropped. I'm going to try 60. And there you have it, that wasn't even a minute. However, there's still room for improvement, because those entities were still moving absolutely fine. Now, I didn't actually see any entities move when doing that, so I'm just going to just try again. And there you have it. Entities were still moving whilst the actual ship was deconstructing and reconstructing. The issue there was collide and post-movement, which will be improved in later updates. However, for the time being, a ship this size is still not exactly recommended. But it just shows that even the weaker performance-wise tasks such as collide and post-movement, both are the culprits, which means it is very almost ready. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope it was kind of informative.